Hi friends, this is Leslie from Mermaid Cove Studio, and I am on today to share with you another Paper Sisters event. Now, once a month, second Saturday of any given month at this point, we present to you something. It's going to be a hop, and we are all participating in what we're going to do for the month. So we have our lovely designers. This month's hostess is Kim from Trey Jolie. She chose Spring Fling with a twist of animal crackers. Now, does everybody remember what animal crackers are? I'm trying to see. We ate them as kids. Oh my gosh, I remember them. My grandkids still love them. This is what I made purchase of, and I enjoyed them. The box was pretty beat up. I was going to recycle the box into something for this, but just the box was so beat up. And I just enjoyed the crackers with my grandson and decided that I'm going to show this to you. I always think about, I don't know, is when the circus comes around, I have no idea. It's been a very, very long time since I've been to a circus. I remember, I'm going to say it was probably in New York, Central Park, with my children when they were young. May have been the last time I was at the circus. So, but these are the crackers, the animal crackers. So, it's always interesting to see how we interpret what our hostess puts up for us. And I will tell you, I've had a little bit of a hard time once that box came and it was destroyed. But I think this is my interpretation of Spring Fling. And when I start thinking of spring, I start thinking about all of the beautiful flowers that are blooming, especially the ones near the beach. So my favorite flowers are hibiscus and plumeria. And I am a beachy girl. I enjoy sitting out there. I don't necessarily enjoy the water anymore, just because I don't want to disturb what's going on down below. So it might bite. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. I got this stunning paper that had hibiscus and these adorable animals. Now, these animals don't look like the animals on the box. They're more of a retro type animal, a little more vintage, retro. I loved them, and it fit my interpretation of what was going to happen today. So I did a couple different things. The animal cracker, I got clay, and I did the animal cracker clay. I don't have any experience with it, but I did one. I did the little zebra, and it's my little frosted with sprinkles animal cracker. I made others. This one was the best of them. Now, I don't have that much experience with the clay, but I am going to do more of this. I enjoyed the process, although a little frustrating because I don't have the tools to do it. And so I will get some tools because I can think of 3 or 4, maybe 5 grandkids who would enjoy doing this with me. They're quite creative, and we all love Play-Doh. This is not Play-Doh. This was foam clay, and it's fascinating and incredibly lightweight. I did not seal it because I just don't have that type of stuff, but I will invest a little bit more and do. Some of the other ladies are doing fake bake, and so this is my fake animal cracker with sprinkles. We love the frosted ones. I think those came later than the ones in that particular box. I tied it on with a little sparkle because we love a little bit of sparkle. I made this mini folio or mini album, and I I always go back to my roots. I'm always going to make mini albums, folios, because I enjoy that process, and I'm getting to where I don't follow anybody else's instructions. I'm just doing more of my own thing, and I really am enjoying that design process. So this is my version. This cute little guy, I tore him out of the collection of paper. The paper is called Hibiscus Love. It is from Decorate Your Life. It's beautiful. It's adorable. I'm in love with it. It's just fantastic. I mean, I'll show you all the little animals here shortly, but they're just stinking adorable. And the flowers, of course, you know, we love those flowers. So what I did, I used the scraps on my desk literally for the chipboard for the mini album. I did a lay flat method on it. I really like how that works, and the album, I did not test it to see if it lays flat, but we will check it and see. Let me see here. I'm working in a small space today. Yeah, that's not bad. So really getting the hang of that, and I learned that from watching some of my favorite people make them. Okay, so I took this beautiful paper and I printed it up, and I used all the pieces that I printed. I didn't print an excessive amount. I loved how all of these, the colors are gorgeous. I think you could even go into fall with this one, but I pulled out the colors of my plumerias, or my hibiscus, and let's see, plumerias are hanging out right here. I made some tags. This adorable piece of paper, the pink with white polka dots, was in the package with this collection, and it's perfect. I love it. I mean, I could totally see this being an adorable baby album as well. This beautiful elephant is one that I cut out of the paper. We all know I love to fussy cut that stuff. Now I'm getting the hang. I made a couple of tags here. Did a couple of pockets, excuse me. Now, here are the cute little animals. Aren't they sweet? Very, very sweet little lion. And this little guy here. And that elephant, I love it. And the panda. I just love the animals. This side right here, what I did was, this piece of paper had a side border. Had a huge hibiscus in the center. I did stack the deck type page system in here today. I thought it would be easier to do that one and just kind of take the paper all the way across. And I did just that. But what I did, because it had this really pretty border, I fussy cut out around it. You can see right here. I just cut around it. I cut it out of the paper, and I made a big old tuck spot here. Okay. It's kind of hard to see it around the camera, but here we go. You just tuck it right in there with that tag. You can do journaling. You can put some pictures in there. And then I cut out this flamingo because, well, it's not in the animal cracker box, but it sure is cute. I love this. And then the sweet animals. And then this is the center of my book. And I did a pocket over here. Covered it up. I've got a tag in here. So there's lots of room for you to put, you know, a big picture. The album itself is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 tall. It was just the size of the chipboard that I had sitting on my desk from another project. And I just went ahead and measured it out and covered it up. And then here's some more animals. I am just going to say, I mean, look at how cute the flamingo is. And this cat with the big ears. I know it has a name, but I don't know what it is. Is it a bobcat? And then check this monkey, the one that I have on the front. I enlarged it. Excuse me. And tore around it and kept it kind of vintagey looking as well. And here's the other page that I did the other side of it. I did the exact same thing. I went ahead and I cut that out. And I know you can do X-Acto knife. I just used a small pair of scissors to do that. And I've got another tag in here. And you can just put pictures or, you know, journaling, whatever you want to do. That was pretty. Very, very pretty flowers. On the back here, there's lots of space and room for more pictures. It's not a big book. It's a, you know, maybe a Grandma Bragg book. This is where I had to piece together a little bit, but I made it pretty. You know, I'm never done with these because are we going to add pictures to them? And the back I just kept simple. But I'm never done with them. I don't put pictures in them. But maybe, I always think, I'm hopeful that maybe I will. Maybe I will get brave and cut out some pictures and put it in there. You know, I've got a small printer to do the little 2.5 by 3.5. I think that's a sprocket. I think that's the size. It's either 2 by 3 or something along that line. But this was a lot of fun to make, and a lot of it had to do, the paper was just adorable. And then, you know, I needed to get, obviously we have animals, but this was my attempt at doing an animal cracker or animal cookie. It was fun. I'll do it again. And then I also, you guys know I love to make my banners. And as we change into the season, this is spring and spring fling. And so I did this really sweet banner. I'm always using different types of, you know, background stuff. And I always do lots of layers. I love to make the flowers. So I have my Scrap Diva die for my hibiscus, the plumeria. I don't remember what die that was, but the leaves back here are also, excuse me, Scrap Diva, and I got those at the same time I got the hibiscus. So, and then also, this is the Scrap Diva die. It's the big alphabet plate, and I feel like you have to cut all the letters out at one time, and because I got it and used it, I had all the letters already cut out. So that's kind of one of the blessings with that type of large alphabet plate. I did bend one of the letters because I think my big shot isn't, I'm going to call it operator error. I know it was me. I used my crocodile to put holes in and just simply brought a little bit of ribbon through and tied it, just a fluffy bow to bring it together. Here is the P, and there is the lion. So the lion got covered up a little bit, but you can still see his feet. I did so 110-pound cardstock, and then this beautiful collection that I printed up on 65-pound cardstock. It's from Recollections. It is awesome to print on. And then I cut out the leaves. I die cut the leaves, and I did foam tape and stacked everything up. My flowers have some gemmies in them just for a little bit of extra sparkle. Here's the R with this adorable elephant. So these I went ahead and I blew them up a little bit because I wanted them to be a little bit bigger so that I could see them. And I did 4 animals, and then I did extra flowers on the front and the end of it. So I've got 2 plumerias, or 2 of my hibiscus. My R is propped up on some foam tape. My little elephant, isn't she the sweetest? I'm just going to kind of bring it around a little bit so you can see each one. Here's my eye with this sweet little monkey. And I cut all the way around that one. Also enlarged it. But today, I got a different type of ribbon. I ordered it from Amazon. And it is just crinkly and wonderful. And so easy to work with. I love the texture of it. And felt like that made a nice, a different type of tie on there. Instead of adding beads or chain or other like twine or anything. I always try to do something a little different. So again, my plumeria. And I did some inking to get that plumeria. Let me bring out what I used. I cut it out in white, 65-pound cardstock. And then I used the chalk dye. It's funny because I've had this product for a very, very long time. And the sponge on it is disintegrating. So I had to dig my fingers in it and go ahead and do it by hand. But it's how I finish all of those. So I always forget that I have these things. They're in the drawers. They're here. Here's the giraffe. And she is just adorable. Very sweet. This was another Scrap Diva die. It went to a mini album from a couple years ago, a Valentine one. The big stamp. Love it. I just put all my dies away, and this one was still sitting out. I'm like, we're going to use that today. And it was perfect for this. You can just see how sweet that giraffe is. And then we've got the end here. And it's got your plumeria and the different size, 2 different sizes of hibiscus. And then here's the little hibiscus. And those go together so easy. And they're on a plate, so they were fun to use. I really enjoyed making them. So this was my project, my friends. My interpretation of spring fling with a twist of animal crackers. I don't know if that was a desired effect, but it's certainly, I enjoyed the project. I enjoyed the paper, and again, the opportunity to use this paper from Decorate Your Life. I loved it. I got to print it up myself and just had a great time with the project. So my friends, I don't know where I am in the lineup, but if you started with me or you ended with me, go looking down in the box below. We have got lovely designers. It is our collective Paper Sister group. We are Kimmy Murray from Salty Pete Scrapper. We have got Tiffany Crafting Like a Boss McGill. We have got Debbie Adams from Creative Life. We have got Kim from Très Jolie. And we've got Denise from Treasure of a Crafty Mind. And myself. I'm going to say there are several of us. And it was Kim's turn to host us. I can't wait for all of the rest of the videos to come out. They will all be released. And just follow along on the hop. Like, share, comment, and kindness only, my friends. And have a great time. Hope that we inspire you. And if you do something because we inspired you, hashtag Paper Sisters, and we'll get to see it. Share it with us. We would love to see it. All right, my friends, go check out my other Paper Sisters and have a great time, my friends. Take care.